Hi, everybody. This is Antoinette, and this is Beautifully Healed Heart. I am coming to you today to talk about procrastination and why we do it, and sometimes how our faith plays a part in, well, lack thereof faith plays a part in procrastination, and what we can do to resolve those issues and prevent the procrastination from happening from the start. Here today, I have a visitor, and she's a guest, and I want her to tell you about her. No, I, y'all, I'm sorry. I want you to tell them about you.
Thank you, Antoinette. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I am Dr. Deidre Thompson. I'm dually certified as a family practice and psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I've been in nursing since 2010. I've been a nurse practitioner since 2014, and I've worked in just about every area, outpatient, inpatient, corrections, nursing homes, telehealth, in person, and different specialties throughout my career. And I just recently opened a clinic called Graceful Wellness based in Flowood. And we do offer services in person in Mississippi and via telehealth to about 7 or 8 other states. And I'm delighted to be here with you tonight.
Okay. So y'all know about her, so don't hesitate to look her up and find her clinic and see if she can help. Telehealth is good, especially for people that are busy that can't take off during the 8 to 5 time period to go and seek counseling because your job won't let you off. But hey, that way you can talk whenever you got time.
That's
Okay.
right.
So I just have like just a few questions, not that many. Um,
Okay.
the first question is more on a personal level, but tell us how you would respond to it. What does procrastination look like for you personally? How has it shown up in your life?
Okay. Well, procrastination looks like waiting until the last minute or that last hour to start a task or project, and it has shown up in my life on a personal level. Going back to even grade school, I remember waiting until the day before an exam to start studying, or in college, waiting until a day or two before to start that 10-page research paper. Even as an adult now, procrastinating, hitting the snooze button, running late, being fast and furious, trying to get to that work, that job, or that appointment. Also, waiting until like 10 p.m. the night before that 6 a.m. flight to start packing for a 10-day vacation. So just so many ways, waiting till the morning of to prepare for a presentation. It has shown up, unfortunately, in my life. Since, like I said, going back to grade school. Um, so yeah, it is. It's a very personal experience for me.
Mine is very personal. I procrastinate in the morning.
Hmm.
Especially the summertime when I don't have to take my son to school. I have it real. It was real bad this summer. I enjoyed not having to take him anywhere and
Yes,
him just being able to be a child this summer and not have to haul him somewhere. That felt
yes,
good.
yes.
And yeah, I was late a couple of times because I procrastinated. So yeah, it shows up in my life too.
Mhm.
How can you share a time? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you share a time when procrastination was really about fear or something deeper?
Um, for me, sometimes procrastination, I'll hesitate to approach a task when things seem to be so overwhelming and I may not know just where to start. I'm feeling anxious about it. Maybe my mind isn't clear. I've got other things that are distracting me. I may feel mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, and I know I'm just not ready to give that task the best of me. So sometimes that's the reason I hesitate. Also, if it's a new territory for me, if it's something I have not done in a while or my first time doing something, I may feel less than confident about it. So that's also something that sometimes delays me from getting started. I remember back before the pandemic, I would be asked to speak at different events publicly. And I got used to doing that. Of course, my first few times I was very nervous, very anxious, but once I got used to it, it flowed better. And then during the pandemic, all that went to virtual. So I was speaking at virtual conferences from the comfort of my home or my office. And then I remember the first time I had to speak in an event again post COVID in person to a big audience. It was like starting all over again. So I felt overwhelmed. I felt anxious. There are also times when I may not be interested in something, and that's one reason I try to accept projects and speaking events that I'm really passionate about or something I'm really interested in, because doing that, it's not so hard to get started. Because if I'm interested, I'm motivated, I'm excited about it, so that helps as well.
Yeah. So for me, mm, so before the pandemic, I would take risks when it came down to things. Like,
Hmm.
would not care. I'm finna take it. It is
Hmm.
what it is. We finna do it. But then I quit my job and I had a section in the mall, and that didn't pan out. I don't think it was. I think it ran its course, but
Hmm.
it still takes a toll on you when you to put yourself out there and then it does
Yes,
not work the way you want it to work.
right.
So now I'm more of an internet based and I'm being seen more.
Okay,
I don't like that.
awesome. You don't like that? Okay.
I would have never thought I would be doing this.
Hmm.
In order for me to, I just feel like God want me to be seen,
Yes.
and whatever I'm doing is going to help somebody. Like my clothes brought
Mhm.
confidence to plus size women, so
Awesome.
hopefully this will help women. And I'm gonna try to correlate everything together,
Mhm.
like they could collaborate or something. But I never thought I would be doing this, but I am like very passionate about mental health because for so many years I was upset. I was mad at the world, and the world didn't do anything to me. So I want to make sure, but I think it's more fear, and I had to tell myself, God showed you what you could do. You just
Yes.
didn't do it the way He wanted you to do it.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Okay.
oh, okay. So let me do it the way you want to do it, and the way He
Yes.
wants you to do it. Sometimes it's uncomfortable.
Right. Yes. We have to
So
do it uncomfortable. Yes.
that's where some of my procrastination comes with that. It's uncomfortable. I'm not comfortable being seen. It's not that I don't think I'm cute or anything. I was always a person that I didn't care if the principal knew my name. I didn't want to be seen. Just let me
Okay.
come to school, do my work, and I'm gonna go home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, God said no.
Right.
So I did the pageant, and everybody was shocked that
Awesome.
I wanted to do that pageant. But
Oh,
I'm just the
wow.
kind of because that's
Yes.
the kind of person I am. But
Yes. You
procrastination
did.
is very
Mm-hmm.
it's something else when fear is involved. Not
Yes.
because you kind of waited or you just might have simply been tired, but when fear is
Mhm.
involved, it's very it can be handicapped. It can
It
handicap
can.
you.
Yes. It can
Yeah.
paralyze you and block you from your full potential. Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at. I'm like, huh. I'm sitting on all of this because if I can't afford it, I'll figure it out myself. So
Right.
I'm sitting on all the knowledge that I have, all because I don't want to be seen. So now we got to be seen because I think that's
Right.
where my money is at. I
That's
want
right.
my money.
That's
And I want
it.
to help people, but I do want my money. So
Yes. Nothing wrong
that,
with that.
that's where the procrastination with the fear part comes
Okay.
in with me
Okay.
personally. How has your faith helped you push through mental blocks or fear-based hesitation?
Well, that's a great question. Sometimes I may delay wrapping up the details of a presentation or a project just because I'm waiting to hear from God. And it doesn't even have to be faith-based or a Christian environment where I'm presenting or doing a certain project, but I may have a general idea or an outline of what I want to say. And I may have this and that, and all over the place. And I'm just waiting to hear from God to tie it all together so he can bring me that theme or that bring that message home for me. So sometimes I hesitate due to that, just waiting to hear from the Lord. And he always comes through, even if it's the day of. Just help me to wrap it through, wrap it up and bring that project to fruition the way it should be. But at other times, if I'm feeling anxious and overwhelmed, I just remember who God is, who my God is, and I pray, and I remember His word, I remember His promises to me, um, and I remember that nothing is impossible with God, and I just pray that He guides me by His Holy Spirit, just to give me the right words to say to the right people at the right times. And I know with people on the outside looking in, sometimes things can look a little chaotic to others. And sometimes myself, I wonder how will all of this get done, all of the dreams and the goals I have, but God always works it out in the end. I love how he can come in and turn that mess into a masterpiece. And I can speak from experience that he has intervened for me in so many ways. And it just leaves me in awe, leaves me speechless, just wondering, you know, gosh, how did all that get done? How did all that come together? So just leaning on my faith and trusting in God has helped me to overcome some of those mental blocks and that hesitation.
So for me, mine was when I started going back to church.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of like new. I went to church when I was younger and I knew about God, but grown like as an adult knowing about Him is completely different than a child.
Oh, yes.
So last year was one of the hardest years I've ever had to go through, and
Okay.
I just kept because I had to learn. I broke my ankle. I really had to learn to trust God because I couldn't maneuver. Like if I say, "Oh, I need to do this," I won't wait on God to tell me what to do, and I'm still learning to listen because I can be stubborn.
Oh,
But
we all can.
yeah, but now it's like he forced me to sit down. I didn't have no other choice. For
Mm-hmm.
at least 4 months, I couldn't make no move. I couldn't do.
Wow.
I had to go to work and come home. I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
There was no way to get extra money if I needed it. I had nothing. All I could do was trust him, like
Yes.
seriously. And like I'm not fully there, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
still at the point where I'm still learning to trust him. So there's a song my pastor used to sing, and I don't know if he was singing it for me,
Mm-hmm.
but he was singing it every Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the firm foundation. Like I trust in God,
Mm-hmm.
He'll never fail, and like I just had to keep saying it. And when I get nervous, I say that, and then I say, "Look, come on, we ain't got no choice. We got to do it. We got to
Mm-hmm.
go. You got to do
Yes.
it."
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when I don't do it, God be getting me. What they say, he be whooping up on me. So,
Yes.
so I try not like. It took a lot out of me to. I had to get. How can I say this? So that I would not procrastinate, I had to go ahead and come up with the titles of the episode so that I could keep going. Because if I did not sitting there trying to figure it out month by month, no. And then I also had to learn how to pace myself
Mm-hmm.
because my son played football and he's finna be in the band. So
Easy.
that's a lot. So some some of it I might not be able to do, but I always told God no matter what it is, I never wanted him to feel slighted. So I put God in it and I put him first and I do my stuff, but at the same time I still gotta be a mama.
That's
So
right.
that kind of put a little procrastination in it because by the time I've been a mom, I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Oh, yeah.
but I keep going.
Yes. Push
So
it.
that last year really helped my faith, and I
Mm-hmm.
just came to the point where I don't stress about stuff. Whenever it's time for it to happen, it will happen. God will give you what you
Yes.
need.
Yes. Yes.
I tell people that don't worry about it. When it's time for you to need it, It will
Yes.
come. But I'm
Amen.
still working. Like he talked to me in my dreams, but like how some people be like, "Oh, he just spoke to me." I ain't there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not saying I won't be there, but hey, we're still in the infant stage. We're still
Right.
learning. Yeah. So
Right. Yes.
yeah, we're still at that
Amen.
part. What scripture are prayers that you lean on when you feel mentally stuck or overwhelmed?
Well, one of the ones that comes to mind is Philippians 4:13. My cousin recently for my grand opening, she bought this table for me. And on the tabletop, it has my logo and my name, and it has the verse Philippians 4:13. That's why that was so fresh in my mind. And that's one of my favorite scriptures that I go to, and it's I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so I just have to remember all things. It says, I can do all things through Christ, and Christ is always going to strengthen me to do those things. So that's one of my ones that I go to. Also, the Lord will make me the head and not the tail. I'm above only and not beneath. I love that one. Also, just casting all my cares on the Lord, for He cares for me, and not to be anxious about anything, but with prayer and supplication and thanksgiving, let our requests be made known to God. So those are some of the ones that I rely on and I quote and I encourage myself with those scriptures and I pray to God and lean on His understanding and not my own.
Okay, so I'm not there with all the, and I'm not nothing towards you, but
Mhm.
I'm not there with the Bible verse knowing them by heart.
Okay.
But, and I don't know if I will ever be to that point because I can tell you better than I can say, oh, this Bible verse right here. I can help you
Right.
find it,
Yes.
but I don't know them right off. But the one with cast, what is it? It's First Peter, because I just googled it. Five
Okay.
7. Cast
Okay.
out your anxiety on him because he cares. That
Yes.
one, I did a vision board last year, and that one was on it.
Oh, awesome.
And it was a vision board, but basically it was no pictures. It just was Bible verses where I wanted. This is what I want to learn from God. Now I
Hmm.
didn't take the time out to write these Bible verses down every day,
Hmm.
but I know for a fact the ones I asked to learn, I have learned. So
Yes.
I cast it to God. I give it to Him, and I had to, like I just said, if it's meant for me to do it, God will give me what I need for that time period.
Right. And there's a scripture that go along with this somewhere because that's the word of God.
He'll
That's
give me
what.
all I need.
Amen.
Yeah,
Yes.
He'll give you everything. What is it? According to His riches.
Riches and glory by
That's it
Christ
now.
Jesus.
Now,
Amen. That's
okay,
another one of my
okay,
favorite ones.
yeah,
Hmm.
that one was on there. I don't know the actual Bible verses, but
Right.
I've
I don't know them
learned
all
what they
either.
mean.
What they mean.
I learned what they mean. I
Exactly.
probably will
Yes.
never be a Bible scholar. You
Right.
know,
Me
I can
neither.
I can tell you,
Yes.
hey, we're gonna Google this. You need to talk to
Hmm.
God about it. I will tell you in a
Amen.
heartbeat. Did you ask God?
Yes.
Okay. So, but and also gospel songs. I
Yeah.
had to kind of in the morning I sing gospel songs.
Yep.
People
Hmm.
don't understand you'll have a better day
I
when you do that.
know. It's so encouraging and it gets you just sets the tone for your day.
And it's coming. If you
Yes.
now I came through in the era of hip hop.
Yeah.
So so rap and hip hop is a part of me because that's when I grew up in. But I
Definitely.
can't do that early in the morning. My day gonna be a little hectic.
Yes. Yes.
So I have to listen to gospel. I can tell when I haven't been listening to it,
Hmm.
because I will have anxiety or anything might trigger me because
Hmm.
I haven't sat down and just listen to calm music, like the calm music of like a what they say a Harper. Though they don't do nothing for me. That kind of irritates me.
Okay.
So the gospel music, something that I can listen to and learn from, that helps me out a lot.
Mhm.
So it's more so I do say the prayer a lot, the removal prayer of
Okay.
God, if this is for me, then let me have it. If it's not, remove it. And let
Yes.
me have peace with what you remove.
Amen.
So when I like that's why I wrote that online. I said, hey, I'll walk away quietly. That I can walk away quietly because I didn't already ask God to grant me peace. Even if I didn't cry falling down the wall, you won't know it. You won't know it. But I'm gonna walk away
Exactly.
quiet and I'm gonna heal on my own. I
Amen.
wish you the best. I don't wish you any ill.
Right. No ill will. Hmm.
And some people say you're supposed to say how you feel, but I really don't wish you ill. I can't fool with you.
That's right.
That's
Gotta
it.
set boundaries.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There we go. There we go. In your experience, what are some hidden causes of procrastination that people don't talk about enough?
I think one of the big ones is you mentioned it earlier is that fear of failure. Like, what if it doesn't work out? 'Cause sometimes if people have, whether you have trauma or not, sometimes when people reflect on their life, they see more failures than they do successes.
Mm-hmm.
And they have that fear of trying again and it not working. Also, I've seen people who, especially those with a history of trauma, they may feel guilt or shame. They may feel unworthy of good things. So even if something good happens and there's a great opportunity that they can step into, they may self sabotage because they just don't feel worthy. Also, from my personal experience, anxiety, feeling nervous and worried about what others will think, worried about others judging you, is another one. Also, depression. Having that low self-esteem, that low interest in doing anything, that low motivation to get started. And even with ADHD, sometimes some clients with ADHD will report delaying starting on task, especially if they're not very interested in that task. They may be easily distracted, not able to complete it, making careless mistakes. So I've seen all of those things have some element of procrastination in individuals with those conditions and those symptoms.
See, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's the lack of fear that I feel like are. I did read the instant gratification is one
Mm-hmm.
where
Mm-hmm.
if you do it and you don't get enough cheering,
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
And what
Right.
people fail to realize, that takes time.
Yes.
That
Baby.
takes time.
Yes.
Not everybody wants you to win.
Right.
And then also you kind of got to give what you asking God for.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care if it's a dog. If you say you got a new dog, I'm gonna congratulate you on your new dog
Right.
because that's what I want back. I want you that if even if it's mild to me, it's big to you. So you
Yes.
got enough of it to post. So I'm gonna give you your congratulations.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So a lot of times I could post something and I don't know who watched this or who's gonna watch this, but and like I don't even know. I could go a year from now and people still come back and watch the beginning episode
Mm-hmm.
and it booms. But when I
Yes.
was doing it, it only made 30 views. But then
Mm-hmm.
I could wake up one day and all my views are in there. So it's
Right.
like what you
Yes.
have to do, like you have to understand the what is it called? It doesn't have to be perfect. You just
Right.
got to start.
Yes. Right. It doesn't have to be perfect.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Like this is not perfect. Do I one day want to be able to have people come and sit on the couch with me? Yes, but here
Yes.
today we're gonna go with what this budget got.
Exactly. You
And this
gotta start
budget said we're gonna
somewhere.
do it on Zoom.
Go.
So, gonna go from there. But a lot of it can be the lack of interest because when I can't wrap my mind around something, it's hard for me to do it. I don't
Oh,
care what
yes.
it's for.
Hmm.
Um, or if I just don't want to do it, I don't
Yeah,
want to do it.
that's
And
right.
then, yeah, and sometimes we might feel it's beneath us to do certain things, so we hesitate too.
Uh-huh.
The, Go ahead and do it, or you will be
Right.
forced to do it.
Hmm.
So
That's
go
right.
ahead and do it. But those are things that I feel like people want to be perfect because we're looking at what the internet tells us you have
Right.
to be,
Hmm.
and a lot of us we don't meet the standards. So, like with me in my business, um, I don't have the shape that the world likes. They like the girls with the hips, with the small waist. Whether she
Okay.
looks or not, that's what they wanted. And that's what I gave them. Just being
Okay.
honest. I gave them
Okay.
that because I knew that's what they wanted. But
Okay.
in the end, nobody knew it was me that owned it. They didn't know. Like if they was on, so if you were not local, you would not have known who was the owner.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay.
So it's like everybody else's face was on it, but
Hmm.
my face was.
Okay. Okay.
So, and it wasn't that I didn't think I was cute. It's
Hmm.
just I just need your money. I just want your money. I want you to feel good, and I'm gonna give you the good customer service. I'm gonna pick what I know will look good on you
Hmm.
guys, but you ain't got to see me to do that. But
Okay.
now you're gonna see me. You
Okay. I
know,
love it. I
we're gonna
love
do
it.
this together.
That's
Like
right.
we're here together, and
Yes.
that was one of my. I would say doing it that way was one of my downfalls, and I really feel like God gave me the vision, but I didn't wait on Him.
Okay. You have
So
to wait on him.
yeah,
Hmm.
and a lot of times with the procrastination, some people feel like they waiting on God, but God probably gave them the answer. They just don't want to move. They just
Right.
see.
We can't
So
use it as an excuse that we waiting on the
yeah.
Lord.
Man,
Yes.
they don't even hear that man when he say nothing.
Right.
But they don't even. Do you hear him? Are you listening? 10 people that came up and told you the same thing, but you not moving.
Right.
It is
Time
you
to
at
get
this
moving.
point. Yeah,
That's it.
it's you at this point. But
Hmm.
those are the things that I feel like we don't talk a lot about. People feel like people that procrastinate a lot are lazy, and sometimes
Oh,
it's not being laziness.
no.
It's
Exactly.
just simply avoidance sometimes.
Right.
Just
Fear, lack of confidence. Yes.
yeah, I'm
Hmm.
avoiding this, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna
Hmm.
choose something else.
That's
We
right.
don't need to do this. Yeah, here's how it will go.
Mhm.
Now, okay. So, how can the listeners begin to recognize if they're procrastinating? Procrastination. I'm sorry. Is tied to trauma, um, lack of clarity, or trying to be perfect? Which one?
Um, I encourage people to engage in some self reflection. Just ask yourself what is holding you back because everybody's journey looks different. Everyone's reason for procrastinating may be different and it may change in different seasons of our lives. So I encourage people to self-reflect, journal about it. Is it your fear of failure? Is it something in your past? When you reflect on your own past, do you see more failures than successes? Is it something that you could learn from the times when maybe you were not as successful as you wanted to be? And when you were successful, how did you go about it? What was your first step? And take that into your next journey, your next project. Um, if it's tied to trauma, that person may be avoiding things that trigger memories of their trauma. Sometimes, like we said earlier, people may experience trauma and feel guilty about wanting to have a better life. They may feel they're unworthy, they may be ashamed. Maybe their abuser told them they would never amount to anything, and that they were not ever going to be good enough. So just look within and look back and write some things down and find out what is the barrier, what is holding you back. If it's that you're afraid to step into a new territory that you've never done before and you lack that confidence, you may seek some education, in that area, or maybe a mentor. I mean, if you have trouble identifying some of the reasons of what's holding you back, speak to some of the people that you trust, a trusted family member, a friend, because sometimes they may be able to see some things that maybe you're not, and they can help guide you in the right direction as to what is holding you back and how you can overcome those barriers.
So for me, when I do get everything back going, I'm gonna learn. I have to learn how to pose because I feel like I'm awkward
Okay.
with it. So that will cause me to procrastinate on
Mm-hmm.
posting because I
Yes.
feel like I'm awkward, and
Mm-hmm.
I might not be, but I
Right.
want to be my version of that girl. I don't
Right.
need to be all out. Like I'm not into designer, but it
Mm-hmm.
would be me, my
Yes.
version of that girl, and
Yes.
I'm learning to do that. So
Mm-hmm.
while I'm in between the who I used to be
Mm-hmm.
and who I am now, I look at pictures. Like I went through the stages of happy,
Mm-hmm.
sad, back happy. So now I'm happier than I was during that time period because I was battling with fear and lack
Mm-hmm.
of faith. But now
Mm-hmm.
I have more faith and I'm trusting God more and I'm moving with Him.
Yes.
But you know how that can get. We
Mm-hmm.
still are human and we
Yes.
still think about what happened
Mm-hmm.
prior to. And like you said, go and get some type of education on whatever the issue is, your
Right.
trauma. So this time around, I'm gonna look at things differently. I'm not gonna just because this how much of a risk I will take. I will do something, put it out there, you bite, you bite.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really doing a lot of research on it because that's
Okay.
something that I want to do. But now, so that I can really make and do what I want, because I want to reach the world, but I have to make sure I do it right this time.
Yes.
So maybe our old cycle, we can't keep doing the same cycle and expecting it to work because that old cycle is what the procrastination is part of. So
Mm-hmm.
if you just do it and you don't worry about it trying to be perfect,
Mm-hmm.
good. Yeah. You're
Right. Because
yeah. So
overthinking. Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times it's the cycles that we have created.
Yes.
And that's when we have to ask God, please show me how to unlearn what I
Yes.
have.
Amen. Yes.
Like now, my son is about to be 12.
Okay.
Woo. What I've learned to survive during this time period until he got here, now he's about what is that considered preteen or teen? I don't know.
I'm
I
like
just know
20, I think.
he's something. He's in the double digits.
That
He
was
is
it.
not 5 anymore. So what I learned to get him to this part, I
Mm-hmm.
have to either unlearn it or try to figure out how I can add to it.
Okay.
And that
Yes.
can cause procrastination because there's fear of, am I doing this right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do what my parents might have done.
Okay.
So we kind of procrastinate on that because we're like, oh, okay, we're gonna figure it out. But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, a lot of it is education. We might lack the education that we need to make it work. Or
Right.
we might be scared of what somebody else says, so we don't ask when that one person that you might be afraid is going to say something,
Mm-hmm.
be the one that guides you and help you out.
Yes. Yes.
So, traumas do fall into that. They do
Mm-hmm.
have a big part into procrastination, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, when you're tired enough of whatever is going on,
Mm-hmm.
procrastination will not be a part of it because you'll be ready to change.
That's
You
right.
will force yourself. Like my nerves get so bad with this. Sometimes I be wanting to like bite, like grit my teeth
Mhm.
because of it, but I keep going. And
Yes.
I feel like we kind of might want to do like a reward system to ourselves to reward
Yes.
ourselves. Like if I can do this, I can give me, like, the girls like a wig. I can give me a new
Yes.
wig.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I could go get my nails done because I completed this.
Right.
I cannot treat myself if I completed this. So
Definitely.
that's how we might have to kind of do like they did when we were young, give a participation trophy
That's right.
to
Progress.
ourselves.
Right.
Yeah, so that might be a way to kind of overcome that, but it affects a lot. And this is the next question. What role does inner healing play in unlocking our ability to take action?
Um, we definitely have to be ready to do the work. And the first part of that, I think, is acknowledging that we need the healing. Um, Acknowledge our past, acknowledge the emotions that it may bring, and learn to cope with that effectively, with some
Mhm.
healthy coping skills, and move forward with a renewed belief in ourselves. One of the things we do in mental health is cognitive behavioral therapy, and that's based on the belief that it's not the actual stressor, but our cognitive appraisal and the way we process and view that stressor that causes the issue and causes the anxiety and that hinders us. So, one of the things we do is identify that irrational belief, that irrational thinking, that cognitive distortion that's paralyzing us, and reframe it into a more healthy, positive way of thinking. So we can move forward with that rational thinking, and have better results.
Yes, because to keep doing the same thing is, don't they say it's insane to keep doing the same thing and
Right.
thinking you're going to
And
get
a
the same
different
result?
result.
You're not.
Mm.
So that's where the breaking of the cycles come in. It. If you break your cycle and you change your mindset,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the procrastination, it still might be there because you're human and you still
Right.
have free
Our
will,
human.
but it
Yes.
might not be as bad.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
that's the part that I think will happen once
Hmm.
you change your mindset. You can't change the trauma that happened. You can
Hmm.
only find peace in what happened. Like if your parent affected you, you have to learn to forgive the child and your parent. And once, because that's where they learned it. That there's not nothing you
Yes.
learn. Most of the time, things we learn in early stages of life.
Hmm.
Now, as we grow up, some things affect us, but you kind of have to forgive the child and the person because of people that are afraid to like communicate. Maybe they were shut down when they were little.
Right.
Maybe their parents didn't let them talk. So
Right.
um, that's what I feel like with the inner healing, and that does take counseling, and it does take you getting a better relationship with God, so that
Yes.
I do it with both. Um,
Yes.
so that like me, I did the therapy work, but I didn't do the God work. So
Okay.
now I'm like, I probably could have been further had I did it together.
Hmm.
So now I'm doing it this way and not the way it should have been. But at that time period, I just wanted peace. I didn't care how I got it. I was tired.
Hmm.
I I just couldn't do it anymore, and that's why I tell people you either can do it now, or God will force you to do it.
Yes.
And I was forced to do it because I had a child. I
Mhm.
started my journey when my son was in the womb because I didn't want him to I didn't want whatever issues I had going on to be on him. If he had to sit on the couch, it won't be because of me. That's the part I don't want. He can
Hmm.
sit on the couch for something he done did, but
Hmm.
not for me. Hopefully, it's not for me. I hope I
Right.
try to talk to him,
Mhm.
because you never really know how it affects a child until they kind of get older and they
Mhm.
don't care to shout. They go ahead and let you know. So
Right.
hopefully I'm not, but that's what I did. I did journal. I journaled a lot. I can go back now and look at my journal. I'm like, what was I thinking? What? Why was like? I'm so glad I'm not where I used to be.
Right. Amen.
And oh my, like I can even tell when I'm getting triggered by
Okay.
certain things. And all because I did the journaling and I wrote it down. I write everything down. I don't care what it is. I'm
Mhm.
gonna write it down and get it up off my mind. If
Good.
not, it's gonna stay on there. And
Yes.
that's when my sleep started being affected, and that's when I really procrastinate because I'm
Uh-huh.
not functioning properly.
Exactly.
So, that's where I think the healing process does play. If you can heal, at least attempt to heal, um, you probably can do more, 20% more of what you were doing before because now you have more time, more space in your mind.
Yes.
You kind of open it up for that. So I do feel like the healing does play a major part. And sometimes you gotta heal. Like you have to heal. You can push your healing away, but like I said, gotta force you to heal. He'll force you. So it's better to go ahead and go. But then with that part, a lot of people don't want to seek the healing because they feel like it's so messy and there's no hope for
Mm,
them. When
okay.
it's every time you wake up and go to bed and wake up again, there's hope.
There is
But
hope. Yes.
and they're not around the right people.
Mm-hmm.
So the right people are not telling them there's hope.
Right.
They're,
It's
birds of a feather does flock together.
right. Right.
So if your flock is not doing what you're trying to do, it's
Right.
okay to pull yourself out of it.
That's right. Be surrounded by like-minded people who are going to cheer you on. And part of that healing process is also forgiving yourself. If some people are holding on to things, maybe past failures or things they feel like they could have, should have, would have done a different way, but you have to forgive yourself and move forward because that can burden you and hold you back from a bright, successful future.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, quick, this is another one. What are 1 to 2 practical things someone can do this week to move through fear into faith-based action?
Well, one of the things I try to remember is that faith without works is dead. So you can have faith, but you got to put some work into it too. One of the things I like to do is set goals for myself, and I encourage people to do that as well. Because goals give us a focus, gives us a target. As we reach goals, hopefully that motivates us more to continue to set more goals and reach higher. So I would encourage people to set goals that are SMART, the SMART acronym. We want specific goals, we want a specific thing that we want to do. We want to make sure it's something that we can measure, so we can measure our progress. We also want achievable goals. We don't want unrealistic goals that are unobtainable. We want achievable goals. We want goals that are relevant, that align with our personal values and vision. And we want to set a deadline. We want time bound goals. So we start small, set that goal and work towards it every day. And like you said before, we can applaud ourselves for the progress we make. We don't have to wait for someone else to celebrate us or applaud us. We can reward ourselves with things that make us happy, give us a goal and reward ourselves. And it continues to motivate us to go further. And another thing I encourage people, if a task is big and it's overwhelming, break that into smaller tasks. Just say I'm going to work on XYZ today for 10 minutes, and do that. Just 10 minutes out of your day to work on that smaller task. And you can chip away at that bigger task. Also, earlier you mentioned the gospel music. Also, starting the day with positive affirmations, just telling yourself, I am brave, I'm smart, I can do all things. Setting the tone for the day is important. And remembering, like you said, we are human, we are not perfect. The goal and the aim should be progress, not necessarily perfection. So be kind to yourself, be kind to your mind, and take it one day at a time. Breathe through it, and do it if you have to do it scared. Do it if you have to do it alone, because God is always with you.
I don't think people understand to do it the messy way, because we're taught that it has to be perfect. We could not
Mm-hmm.
turn papers in when we were younger unless it looked presentable.
Uh-huh.
Not everything is gonna be presentable. Okay,
Right.
this is my takeaway for the
Mm-hmm.
week. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do it messy. Do it scared. Do it sad. Do it depressed.
Mm-hmm.
You will be so happy once it's done.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm starting to do in between so it won't be such a gap. In
Mm-hmm.
between, I want to start doing mini episodes.
Okay.
Just on the topic. And
Mm-hmm.
basically on the two that I've done, we've kind of talked about majority of it. And I was nervous in doing it. And I'm in the camera. Like I've been in the camera, what is this, like the fifth episode?
Mm-hmm.
So I still shouldn't be nervous, but I might always be nervous. And it's
Right.
okay.
It's okay.
I might, and I know I'm supposed to do this, but it might not never be perfect.
Right.
I'm doing my job. I'm supposed to tell you about God, and I'm supposed to tell you about mental health. So I'm doing my part, but it might not
Yeah.
be perfect. My eyebrows might not be perfect. Whatever issues I feel, it
Okay.
might not be perfect. But
Right.
what I can control, do, and go ahead and do what it is I'm supposed to do.
That's right.
So once I did the first two that I set out, because I said I was going to do four. Once I
Mm-hmm.
did the first two, I was elated. Like I was like, I did it, I
Mm-hmm.
did it, I did it. And I cheered myself on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure my family rolled their eyes at me. Cause I will do something and be like, especially my sister, because I really can be all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not for her to know what's going on. I don't even know what's fully going on. All I know
Okay.
is I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and God will fill it in. He'll give me whoever I'm
Amen.
supposed to get, and we're gonna keep going. But I'm gonna be able to look back, and the people that are watching me that start following me, they're going to be able to see that, hey, this is what it was like in 2025. 2026 won't be the same because I'm in my learning stage. I might even have a mic by then, like everybody else. I don't know.
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
we might do it this way. I
Yes.
don't know, but at least I started.
Yes. You started. Exactly.
At least I'm going. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm not hiding anymore when I shouldn't have been hiding in the first place. But
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. The world sees me. Hey, this
Yes.
is me.
That's
I'm
right.
Yeah, I'm cool. Hey, let's
Um,
have fun and talk about this.
exactly.
But do listen to the gospel music, and sometimes it's best to keep it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yes.
tell everybody what you're trying to do, because when I quit Comcast, I didn't even tell my mom and my sister, and they mean a lot to me. I
Oh,
just
wow.
quit. Because you're
Okay.
not going to talk me out of this.
Okay.
I knew mentally I had had enough. I
Mm-hmm.
had had enough. I was there 10 years. I lasted 10 years, and most people can't last 6 months. So I
Mm-hmm.
had had enough. And probably again, if I make a major move, they won't know. I
Right.
hate it.
Yeah.
Because I
Okay.
don't want you to talk me out of it. I already had to talk myself to death to do it. I don't
Do
need your input.
it. Okay. Go
So
ahead.
that's another way. Don't tell everybody what you're doing. Not
Right.
everybody's gonna understand where you're coming from and why
There
you're
you
doing.
go. Yes.
So if I tell you and you tell me your way, either I'm not gonna like it
Mm-hmm.
or I'm gonna think too much about it, what you said because I value. So if I don't tell you it is what it is, what you gonna do? It's done now. So
Right. It's done.
so that it's done. Hey, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna jump on board,
That's right.
but and I'm learning that because I'm the baby. So
Mm-hmm.
I was used to if my mama wasn't trying to do it, my sister was trying to do it. So no, whatever I do, whatever the biggest moves I make, they won't know. Like
Okay.
you just don't tell them. If it's not like to the point where it's life or death, but if it's something, just work on it gradually by yourself. Don't procrastinate on it. But sometimes it's best to keep what you're trying to do away from people so that their negativity does not hinder you. And I think that plays a part
Right. I
in
think
the
it does too.
procrastination because you're worried about, oh, they said this and that instead
Mm-hmm.
of proving them wrong. All right, if I don't tell you, you can't say nothing to me.
There you go. They
So that's something I do feel like is important. And um we have time for one more question.
okay.
And this is for the girls that are listening. Um well we're gonna do two more because I think both of them need to be done. What would you say to a woman listening who feels too stuck or too broken to begin?
Well, I would say that as we just said, you don't have to have all the answers right now. You just have to be willing to take that first step. Because one thing my mom has always told me, when you take one step, God will take two. So start no matter where you are. Do it scared, like he said. Do it sad. You don't have to do it loud. Do it for yourself. You don't have to tell everybody what you're doing. It doesn't have to look like a big leap, just one step forward. So I encourage you to self reflect, seek therapy, believe in the God who is within you.
I feel like y'all just get in the field.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it to where y'all this day and age might understand it. Take that one step and get in the field.
Mm-hmm.
And as a farmer, it's so much stuff that goes into play in order to even get that plant. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to have to prepare. Like that first step could simply be you getting the paper out.
Mm-hmm.
The next step could be you getting the pen. The third step could just be you brainstorming.
Mm-hmm.
Once you know where you're going, then you could do an outline. It could be something simple, but you could break that down into every day. I do one step. I got the paper and the pen out. This my section. This
Mm-hmm.
my place. This is where I'm gonna talk about all this. This is where I'm gonna do it. This is where my artwork is gonna come into play. And
Right.
then the next day, you do whatever, write down what you're trying to do. And like you said, break it up into
Mm-hmm.
parts. I just don't want us to be like the painting that has went around of the lady with the rollers in her hair. And she's sitting at the edge of the bed and can't move. We can't
Oh,
be like that nowadays.
right. Right.
We can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That you're not allowed to be that way now. We don't live in the world probably when that was painted. We can't depend on other people.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Not.
you if you my girl, if you don't get up, who's
Mm-hmm.
gonna do it?
That's right.
You have to, and like I had to tell myself, if every day is just simply you went to work and you came home, that was the first step of an accomplishment. Don't lay in the bed. Don't wallow in what's going on. Just simply get up. If you get
Mm-hmm.
up and make that first step could lead to many smaller steps or
Yeah.
many big steps, but just go.
Let's go.
It don't have to be perfect.
Mm-mm.
Make sure you wipe your face. Your face is
That's
clean.
that's right.
you,
That's
you
right.
you you smell good. You took a bath. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? That could be your first step right there, because
Listen.
when you're depressed, sometimes you be so sad that you don't even think to take a bath.
Right.
And
You
like
just
people don't understand that. So
mm-hmm.
you taking a bath, or just simply a new wig, or just whatever it is that's for causing you to procrastinate, make that first step towards whatever it is you're trying to do.
Definitely.
Don't worry about if somebody does not like what you're doing. It's not
That's
for
right.
them to like. You have to
Yeah.
be okay with who you are.
Yes.
I am who I am. You are who you are.
Yes.
The real ones will accept you as you are. They won't
Mm-hmm.
expect you to change.
Mm-mm.
So it's okay to be a little stuck, but I'm going to tell you to move.
There you
Move
go.
one
Hold
step.
you accountable. That's it.
Yeah, just come
Mm-hmm.
on one step. And
Mm-hmm.
your real friends will come in and help you along the way. They might
That's
not
right.
hold your hand like you feel they should,
Mm-hmm.
but the real one's going to be there.
That's right.
But that's where the like-minded, your tribe come in. But
That's right.
I do say just make the first step. Whatever that first step is, if that first step is getting out that bed, do that. Once
Do
you
that.
out that bed, if you ain't took a bath, go take a bath.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Like little stuff like that. It's the little steps that count to make bigger steps. So
Amen.
don't think you have to have it all in order. And do the research that you need to do. If it's something major, research on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. That's what I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you believe? Wait, if God is calling you to move, but fear is holding us back, what is the first step?
I think it's those things we just talked about, just taking that first step. Like you said, writing it down, making that vision plain and clear, so you know what you're working towards. And seek mentorship, education, resources. There's so much out here. If you just look and you just ask, find
Mm-hmm.
someone that's doing something similar to what you're doing and ask them to maybe mentor you, or have a brief conversation to guide you in the right direction. Also, one thing we should remember is that comparison is the thief of joy. I tell people that often. So don't compare yourself to someone else, because your journey is your journey. Their journey is their journey. What God has for you is for you, and no one can block that or take that away from you. So just keep that faith. We just need the faith the size of a mustard seed, and God will move mountains for us. So don't give up. Get up every day, encourage yourself in the Lord.
Mm-hmm. Speak over yourself. Tell
Yeah.
yourself that I'm gonna say this. I feel like God whooping up on me if I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I, and I mean, I don't sleep well at night if
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it. Like once I started doing the mini episodes I did stay up kind of late. But the
Mm-hmm.
next day I felt good because I did too the night before.
Yeah.
So learn how to balance what it is
Yes.
that God is calling you to do. Ask Him for clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Fast if you need to. And it
Mm-hmm.
could be a simple fast if it's like me. I'm a visual and an audio learner. So
Okay.
I can get lost in TV.
Mm-hmm.
So my fast might be the internet and it might be TV.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be food. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is that distracts you from God or from whatever you need to do, maybe you need to fast and tell God, hey, I need you to come talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
He'll talk to you in your dreams now.
Mm-hmm.
Just clear
Yes.
your mind enough for him to come talk to you. But that's how I feel about it. Because God has talked to me a lot in my dreams. And they they're vivid at that.
Yep.
But just trust him. You don't have to know everything. Try not to control the situation, because every time you try to control it, you fall behind. You, you fall down. You get scars, and that adds on to the trauma you already got that you probably might not have went to go seek therapy for. So
Mm-hmm.
now you got to rebuild back up. So
Right.
fast, write it in a journal. Because your journal, if you write it down and you say, "Dear Lord" or "Dear God," that is your prayer. You're praying to Him to
Mm-hmm.
give that clarity so that you can make that move and just find the balance. If that means maybe staying up an extra 30 minutes for you to do what God wants you to do, you're doing it. If that means a simple post about God,
Mm-hmm.
if that's what He's calling you to do, you might get famous just simply by God, like posting about God.
It's
And
powerful.
eventually, even if you're not at that point where you fully have that faith, before it's over with, you're going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because now every day you're posting it. Like
Yeah.
some of my posts I be talking to me like, girl, you want to, you, you're gonna have to get there. Like, and I'm still, I don't have the like, I have the faith, but like, I'm still on that baby part of the mustard seed. Like, I'm getting there. It's not a full mustard seed because I'm still battling with my controlling. You get what I'm saying? Me trying to control the
Yes.
situation, and that's where some of the procrastination come in is because I'm trying to control it when I'm not in control.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And that part, and that's just, whew, how can I say, get out of God's way.
Yes.
Learn how to surrender. Learn how to not control. A lot of times we run into problems is because we're trying to control it.
Mm-hmm.
So learn to not control it. Like, just, even if it means you in your head you find the wall, the air, whatever it is, just
Mm-hmm.
let it go and do it. Just do it. So
Yes.
that's how I feel they should do it. Like, prayer and fasting, learning how not to control it, and just simply make that first step, even if you shaking, making that first step, make it. Once you made the step, if it's something that you need somebody to look at, you know who your friends are.
Mm-hmm.
You know which friends you can send certain things to.
Right.
So send it to your friend and be, acceptable to what they say. If
Mm-hmm.
they say it doesn't look this way, just like, okay, go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, friend, I'm bringing it back to you,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
then bring it back. But
That's right.
don't let the criticism, whether it's positive or negative, prevent you from doing things. Because
Yes.
if I did what other people told me to do, we wouldn't be here today. We would not be here today. I would not
Mm-hmm.
have nothing that I have. I wouldn't have it if I went off what other people, like my sister said, you always go against the grain. You never do what is easier. Why should I?
Right.
Why?
Exactly.
Why do I have to? Why do I have to do what you want me to do? I meet people where they are. I accept you for who you are. So
Yes.
do the same for me. And if you bust your head, you just bust your head. But come on back. And I'm gonna
Right.
talk to you. Go bust your head again. Come on back. Now after a while, I'm like, look now, stop asking me. But I do accept people for who they are. And it's just, you just kind of, we have to learn to be quiet and just listen. Another way you can talk to God, at least like when you first wake up. Talk to him. Just sit and talk to him. Don't touch your phone. Don't do nothing, and that'll help
Yes.
too, because you're starting your day off positive, and you're gonna be like, okay, all right, now I'm ready
I'm
for
ready
the
for the day.
world. So
Mhm.
that's something I do feel we can do as women, because we got a lot going on. We have more stuff going on than we actually tell people,
Yes.
and we are the superheroes
Mhm.
of the family.
Yes.
So just learn how to balance things. Talk to God about whatever you think He's saying to you, and He'll clarify it for you, and
Amen.
you can go from there. So those were all the questions that
Okay.
I have. I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
We're gonna have to do another one.
Yes,
You
definitely.
guys, so before we go, tell them again who you are and tell them where they can find you and also tell them about your clinic.
Yes, well, I'm Dr. Deidre Thompson, nurse practitioner, owner of Graceful Wellness Clinic. It is located in Flowood, Mississippi, 1006 Top Street, Flowood, Mississippi, 39232. Our phone number is 601-953-1504. And you can visit us on the web at www.mygracefulwellness.org. And so just reach out if you need us for mental health, medication, therapy, lifestyle and wellness coaching, Reiki, hypnotherapy, basic primary care services as well, and many other things that we offer. So just check us out. We'll be glad to help in any way we can.
Okay, y'all. So y'all heard it. Please check her out. That first call could be the best call of your
Yes,
life.
we're here.
And my first sit down on the couch was I the best option I did. I had no other choice but to at that time period. Don't get to that point because then it's gonna take too long and we don't know how long you have. So the first call might be the best call of your life. So make that call, check it out, and go from there. And you can come back and tell me if you did. Just we just want you to make the call.
Yes.
And it's okay. Just make it. And we'll go from there. And again, thank you so much for doing this episode. And it will air on the 27th. I'll put the link on Facebook so that they can go and look. But other than that, thank you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome and have a great night.
You too.
Bye-bye. Ooh.